Hi everyone, I'm Cassie. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a fabulous week. Today I'm going to be reading Lassie and the Lost Explorer by Lazarus. So let's get started. "Goodbye, Lassie," said Tim as Lassie jumped into the station wagon. Lassie wagged her tail in reply. "Lassie won't be gone long," said Timmy's father. "She's only going to the vet for a checkup." "She'll be back before you get back from the berry patch," said Timmy's mother, handing him a basket. "Come straight home now when the basket's full." The car drove off. Timmy waved, and then he walked slowly to the berry patch. He felt lonely without Lassie. He started to pick the berries. Suddenly he heard a whimpering sound. There on the other side of the fence was a small baby raccoon. "Why, you must be lost," said Timmy. He climbed over the fence and took the little animal in his arms. "What's your name? Ricky? Ricky the raccoon?" Timmy gave a quick look around the house. "Mommy said I should come straight home," he told Ricky. "But she'd understand you're lost, and I'm going to help you find your mother." It was cool and fresh in the woods. Timmy carried the little raccoon in his arms. It held on tightly, its bright little eyes peering this way and that. Timmy whispered softly as he wandered on, hoping that the mother of the little coon would be found. Absent-mindedly, he nibbled at the berries in his basket. A little further on, he came to a stream. He set the little raccoon gently down and gave it some berries to eat. Then he took off his shoes and waded in the cool water. There were some tiny fish swimming about, and Timmy tried to catch one for Ricky, but they were much too quick and slippery. Suddenly, the little coon started to whimper again. The air was strangely quiet. In the distance, there was a low rumbling, thunder. Oh, said Timmy, "there's a storm coming up. I'd better get home fast. Mother will be worried, and she did tell me to go straight home." He put on his shoes and grabbed the basket and the little coon. Timmy started back the way he had come, but suddenly he felt frightened. That big rock didn't look familiar. He stopped, uncertain which way to go. There was a flash of lightning and a moment's silence, then a great crash of thunder. Timmy held tightly onto Ricky. Great drops of rain came pattering through the leaves. "Come, Ricky," he said. "We'll keep dry under that rock till the storm is over. I wish Lassie were here. She would know what to do." Lassie at that moment was jumping gleefully out of the car. She bounded up the steps to greet Timmy's mother, who stood there with a worried frown on her face. "I'm worried about Timmy," she said to her husband. "I sent him to pick berries and he hasn't come home yet. I don't like him being out in this storm." "Well, I'll go look for him," said Timmy's father. "Don't you worry. This little scamp is probably stuffed so full of berries he can't move." He laughed, but he was worried too. It wasn't like Timmy to stay out so long when he knew his mother would be worrying. Of course, Timmy wasn't at the berry patch. They stood for a moment, wondering where to look for him. But Lassie was already over the fence and trotting towards the woods, sniffing the ground as she went. "I think she's on his trail," said Timmy's father. Lassie turned back once to look their way, as if to reassure them. "Find him, Lassie," said Timmy's mother. "Find Timmy." Lassie bounded off again. Timmy's mother and father followed, huddling deep in their coats as the rain came down. "What can he have been doing so far from home?" wondered Timmy's mother. Lassie soon came to the stream where Timmy had been waiting. She sniffed briefly at the remains of little Ricky's berries, then trotted off in a new direction. There was a brilliant flash of lightning, and suddenly Lassie started to bark frantically. The tree just in front of her had been struck by lightning, and just beyond the tree was Timmy, scrambling happily to his feet to meet Lassie. With a great leap, Lassie bounded forward and knocked the startled Timmy off his feet. The tree came crashing to the ground. "Whew," said Timmy. "Thanks, Lassie." Timmy, are you all right?" said his mother. "I'm fine," said Timmy, still staring at the big tree. Then he suddenly remembered Ricky. "I was trying to help Ricky find his mother." Just then they noticed Lassie sniffing at the stump of the fallen tree. She was barking and wagging her tail, and no wonder, for she had found Mother Raccoon's cozy den in the foot of the hollow tree. Joyfully, Timmy picked up little Ricky and carried him over near the den. He put the baby raccoon down, and it ran to its mother. Timmy peeped in. There were 5 little raccoons all staring up at him, eyes bright in their black mask. The mother raccoon was nuzzling her baby to make sure he was all right. Well, Lassie, it looks as if this is your day for finding lost children, said Timmy's mother. Yes, said Timmy's father. Children that wouldn't have been lost at all if they had listened to their mothers. Timmy hung his head for a moment. Then he said, but if I hadn't been lost, Lassie would never have found the baby raccoon's mother, would she? And the poor mother would still have been worrying about her lost child. Timmy's father rumpled Timmy's hair roughly, and they all laughed. But Timmy shivered a little as he stepped over the big fallen tree, and he stayed close to Lassie all the way home. No more exploring for me, he said, at least not without Lassie to show me the way home again. So that was the story of Lassie and the Lost Explorer. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back next Sunday for a new story. I hope you have a great week, and remember to be kind. I'll see you next time. Bye.